y'all, it's Victoria. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're Super Geeked, where we celebrate everything we get super geeked about. I get super geeked about reselling clothing and sometimes hard goods on websites like Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, and Mercari. And today's video, I go to Mobile, Alabama, which is about 45 minutes from where I live, to go sourcing at the Goodwill Outlet with my friend Alicia over at Married Life and my other friend Jasmine. If you don't know what the Goodwill Outlet is, it is a pay-by-the-pound Goodwill clearance store where they roll all the items out, whether it's shoes, clothes, books, hard goods, out in these big blue bins. That's why they call it the bins. And you rummage through and find treasures, and then they weigh it and you pay for it. So I'm going to share with you the footage from that day where I did a little bit of vlogging, a little bit of cutting up with my girlfriends, and then I'm going to come back and show you a haul. So stick around. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Victoria.
Married Life.
That's Alicia.
Jasmine in the back.
And we're here at the bins in Mobile, so we're going to take you with us. I'm sure Alicia's going to do a video too, so.
Yeah, I'll have a thrift with me, and are you going to do more vlog style?
Probably.
Okay, I'll do a voiceover, so check out both of our videos.
Yeah, mine will probably be just our antics, I'm sure. Hopefully we don't find any
butt plugs.
Vibrators. Pregnancy tests.
The norm for Mobile, Alabama, Goodwill Outlet.
All right, so here we go. We're going in.
Woo-hoo.
So this is the Mobile, Alabama Goodwill Outlet. It's about 45 minutes from where we live. You'll see Miss Alicia filming there. That's because she's going to have a video over on her channel, Married Life. So be sure you go check that out after you watch this video. Usually at our bins, they already have bins out when the day starts and they open the doors. These were some hard goods that were already there. This is milk glass. These had regular thrift store prices on them, so I don't really know what was going on there. But anyway, they'll have bins out from the day before, so we're just going to go and take a peek before they start rolling out the new bins. And I see some records, so I'm heading over to the records. Oh, love this. Yay! Put this in there.
Oh, cute. I'm going to be picky today. I'm not going to throw everything in my buggy. 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in.
So while Alicia's sifting through some clothes, I am back over by the records and the books. That was like a Papa John's bear or something. I don't know. I ended up putting it back later on and just getting the other record, which you'll see in the haul later. They had a lot of cool vintage books. There were some records were, I don't know, different, not really my taste. And I don't usually go through the book bin, so this was kind of different for me that day. I don't know, I was feeling a little saucy, I guess. So I decided to check out something different. Our bins are very small and not super competitive. You will see later on that when the shoe bins roll out, there are the flea market ladies who have these big buckets, and they'll go over and just grab all of the tennis shoes and put them in their bucket. They don't even look at them. So that's about the most aggressive that people get. And, you know, it is what it is. Now I'm going to head over and look at some other bins. Oh wait, couple more records. And that just had a bunch of stuff in it. There was a vintage Samsonite luggage, but it was tore up, so I just left that there. And now I'm going to look over at some clothes. So if you've never been to the Goodwill Outlet, this is basically what you do. You just go through the pile of clothes, you're looking, and you pay by the pound. So generally, most people are a little less picky about what they're getting. They might get some brands that they wouldn't pay full price at a thrift store for, but are willing to pay the lower price because they're going to get a better return on their money since the prices are so low. and I'm just sifting, but not finding too much. I didn't get a whole lot of clothes this day, which you'll see in the haul. I've had people tell me that they're interested in going into the bins, but they're sort of intimidated. Look, I am shy and awkward sometimes, and I was very nervous to go my first time. But go with some friends. We go as a group, and it is so much more fun. Then once you've gone, you'll be less intimidated the next time you go. So just a tip there to try it with your friends. Now these bins can have anything in them. As you can see, that one had clothing. This one has sort of a hodgepodge. They have shoe bins, book and record bins like you saw, hard goods, all kinds of things. And I'm heading over to another book bin where I found some vintage books. And you'll see this in the haul later, but they were so cool. And then there were a bunch of art books. And if you don't know, I am a visual artist. I'm a painter and I do mixed media. So I was very interested in those vintage painting books and drawing books that I found that day. And then that's one of my favorite books, Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. If you haven't read it, but you like serial killers and era-driven books, check it out. I didn't pick it up because the binding was coming undone, and I already own it.
Does it wear?
Oh, that's
okay.
Hilarious.
We'll just be at home wearing this. Baking cookies, of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
This was our first time back at the bins in several months, and we were shocked because normally we stay there until about lunchtime, and there's about 3 changeovers of the bins, and we're usually standing around waiting for them to change them, but this day they were changing out the bins every 15 minutes, and we were hardly having enough time to go through the bins before new bins were being rolled out. It was pretty crazy. So we're just sort of waiting right now, and Alicia's sort of sorting through the items that she's already gotten while we wait for them to put those new bins out so we can make a run for it. And she found another graphic tee. That one was super funny, and she did pick that one up. I feel like I should have the top part and you should have the...
I know, that does make more sense. Maybe if you did things that made sense.
We don't do anything that makes sense. Jasmine, have you found anything?
No.
All right, here we go again, waiting for them to switch out those bins. It was pretty comical, I have to say. All right, analysis so far. The bins are coming out so fast. Like, we don't even have time to go through all of them. Like, I don't even know what's going on. It's like crazy up in here. What do you think, Jasmine?
Pretty crazy.
All right, they finally are getting those bins done. We have to wait until the workers that are bringing the bins out return to the back part of the building before we are allowed to move towards the bins. So they just sort of usher us to the front. And now they're gone, so we are all heading. There's no shoes, so you don't see anybody running. But see, that's one of the ladies with the buckets where she just dumps all the shoes in. And I'm headed to hard goods again, which will end up paying off later. So you may be thinking, Victoria, you're a fashion reseller. Why do you keep going to hard goods? Well, you'll see. You will see. And a little PSA, don't put Pyrex in the dishwasher. This little dude was ruined, and he was so cute. Yeah, I don't know how I picked the people
I'm
I
getting
go.
my teacher vibes on with this one.
Do your dance.
I don't know how do the country people do it. Whoa. Fancy. It's gonna mess around here, y'all.
Why do we hang out with her? Like, seriously. And those are the shoes that Alicia found that I was kicking myself I didn't grab 2 seconds before, and we left the bins. Also, I bought that Christmas rug, but I forgot to show it in my haul, so just so you know, I did buy that Christmas rug up there, and it's super cute. So what'd you guys think about going back to the bins?
Oh my gosh. Great haul. You got some great stuff. I got some great stuff. It was a good one.
Yeah, you can give me those shoes now.
Oh yeah. Check out my haul to see what shoes Victoria almost punched me over. The shoes that we had to leave the bins for.
Yeah, it's all over now. I'm done.
She's ready to go home.
I did get a mug or a pitcher that's worth like a pitcher or a mug. I don't know, but it's like worth $200 or $300. So that was good.
That was good.
Jasmine, what'd you get?
Nothing.
She's just down for a ride, down for some fun.
She's our buggy.
Nothing caught my eye.
Yeah.
I was just buggy patrol.
Yeah.
She's ready to elbow.
You have to, although I didn't see that lady in there that you had to yell at the one time.
I feel like we had a really pleasant experience today.
Oh no, some people got up in my grill.
Yeah, I think you were complaining about it, but I didn't have anybody. If anything, I had someone say I'm sorry when they like nudged me.
That's nice.
I saw that lady, she snatched them shoes. Did you see that?
The flea market ladies. So we
Yeah.
have the flea market ladies, and they go in there with like buckets, and they don't look at what they're getting. They just throw the shoes in their buckets, and yeah, that can be intimidating.
But I like going when after they dump their buckets out because they basically only get
The
tennis
shoes
shoes.
I found,
Yeah.
someone must have dumped them.
You had to bring
You know.
those shoes up. All right, so now we're heading to lunch. Let's go eat.
Yay.
Just another day. This is just another day.
Just another day of a stolen tag. What the heck?
You know what we used to put whenever we didn't have tag? Tag applied for. That's all we used to put. Tag applied for.
What is that?
We got to be smoking what they're smoking to see what that is.
What is that? I don't get it. He's like got a detached retina or something. I'm so
Something's
confused.
in his nose, right?
I'm so confused.
It's maybe like not exciting enough or boring. Then they'll.
Look at all that ranch.
That is a lot of ranch. She ordered a little bit of salad with her ranch.
All right, hope that was exciting for you to watch. We always have such a good time when we go over to Mobile, and I think we're going to go again next week. I cannot wait. The big thing that changed at the bins was they kept coming out with bin after bin. We were having a hard time even finishing going through the bins that were already out by the time they were changing the bins out and rolling out new ones. It was crazy. And I have to say, you'll notice from my haul that I've gotten a lot pickier about the inventory that I am picking up to resell. And that is because we are ending 2020. I want to start moving back into my business strategy that I had originally started in the beginning of 2020 before the whole pandemic happened. And that is having a higher ASP on my items. So if you don't know what ASP is, it's average sale price. And even though I'm not paying a lot at the bins, I'm still being pickier about merchandise that I'm picking up to resell. You'll see that in this haul. I did pick up a lot of things for myself. And yeah, it's just kind of a mix. So I hope you enjoy what you see, and thanks so much for sticking around. First item that I saw in a bin seems kind of odd, but if you've seen anything on our channel, we collect vinyl. That's right, I collect records, and I have over 500 records right now in my collection with my husband, and I like all kinds of music, everything from really loud, scary, aggressive music to pop music. So this was the record that I picked up, and it's a Mickey Mouse Disneyland record. I do not know what year this is from, but I think it's from the 1960s based on the graphics. But it's just songs for the holiday, for every holiday. As Mother's Day, Father's Day, New Year, Halloween, Christmas, Happy Birthday, whatever. Anyway, I thought it was a fun record. I do not have this Disneyland record in my collection, although I have a bunch of Disneyland records, so I was excited to find this. More vintage items that I found for myself were these two How and Why booklets for kids. They too are from the 1960s. They were actually published in 1960. This first one is Rocks and Minerals. And it just has fun graphics and information about different minerals, crystals, and I have crystals, so I thought this was very interesting. And then this one is on the weather. So very cool. And also, if you didn't know, I'm a visual artist, so sometimes I use items like this in my paintings. Either I use the exact item or I will use pieces of it for, this is one of my paintings back here, but I do a lot of mixed media. So that means I'm using found objects too in my art. And so sometimes items like this will turn into that. And in saying that I'm a visual artist, it makes sense that I would pick this up. This is another vintage publication. It is Heads from Life, charcoal, crayon, and pencil. I loved the lady on the front. I just thought she was beautiful. but it has different drawing, how to draw, ideas on drawing. And what I like is it's all vintage style. So it's definitely different perspective from artists back in the day. And I just was excited to find this. So again, this is for me. And I found this book. I just thought it was really pretty. You can find all kinds of books at the bins, by the way. And this is Defining Your Identity Through Mirror of God's Word. My mother is very spiritual. I was raised Catholic, and so I thought this would be a nice book for her for Christmas. She likes these kind of books, and so I picked this up. All right, now I'll show you some of the items I picked up for resale. The first was this little Kate Spade crossbody, and it's just a small little bag, but it's metallic, and I didn't even look inside. I should know better because Alicia always tells me, look inside, you might find money, but it looks very clean on the inside. And so I grabbed this. Also for resale, I got this little tank. This is by Aviva. If you don't know what Aviva is Lululemon's kids line. I do believe they're going to be discontinuing Aviva if they haven't already. So those girls who are into cheerleading and sports and athletics, these are great items for those kids. And so I have sold Aviva in the past, and I do have some Aviva items in my Poshmark closet and on my eBay store. And so it'll go right in with those items. So I was excited to find that. All right, this next item was a wah-wah. And we all have those, you know, we pick something up, we miss some sort of flaw. I was excited to find this because you'll see it is the North Face, and it's a women's jacket. And it's got the shearling, but as you can see, there's a big burn hole from somebody smoking in their jacket. So unfortunately, I do not generally resell items that have damage unless it's something like a stitch came out and I can fix it. I'm not going to sell something with a cigarette burn, so I'm just going to redonate this item. It was kind of sad because I probably could have made at least $30 on it. I only probably paid around $2 for it, so yeah, I'm kind of bummed about that. This next item I picked up is really fun, and I am going to resell this. It is a vintage denim guest bag. As you can see, it is stonewashed, where it sort of looks tie-dyed, but it is all denim. You can see the vintage triangle Guess logo. I do know it's vintage because it has a very thick metal zipper here, but as I was looking at the bag before checkout, I realized the zipper is actually missing. But that's okay. I'm either going to try to repair it or I'm going to sell it as is. Alicia thinks I need to sell it on Depop. I don't sell on Depop, so I might try it just to see. But I know that Guess, especially vintage Guess, is really popular right now, even with influencers. So I still think it's a win, even though it's missing the zipper. I did get a pair of shoes. These are not for resale. These are for my kiddos. I saw these leather loafers. They're little boys loafers, and the brand is Atlanta. I was not familiar with Atlanta, but I could tell it was quality because it's a really nice leather. These scratches will just come right out when I condition the leather. But as you can see, it says Atlanta moccasin, and it says made in Portugal. So I did look these up when I got home. They retail for $100, which really doesn't surprise me because I could tell they were quality. They're a little bit too big at this point. My boys are 5 and 6, but they will be great as they grow into them. I love purchasing items for them secondhand as I go sourcing. I am constantly finding really cool stuff that I've got put up for them when they are old enough to wear it. So they're going to have hot duds as long as mommy keeps going to the thrift store. Okay, this is just a little funny, let me take it out of the bag. It is a little hand-painted ceramic New Orleans Mardi Gras mask. If you don't know, I live on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We're about an hour and 15 minutes from New Orleans. Alicia and I go to New Orleans a lot to go sourcing. You can look back at some videos where I have done vlogs of us shopping in New Orleans for resale. But anyway, I got this for myself. Generally, people down here, once Christmas is over and New Year's, we take down the Christmas decorations, but we leave our trees up and we decorate them for Mardi Gras in purple, green, and gold. And so this will go great with my Mardi Gras decorations that will go up after the holidays. I also picked up this tote bag that just has a watermelon with watermelon seeds all over it and a metallic pink handle. This is just for me. I use tote bags constantly for bringing packages to the post office when I miss my mail lady and I want to get a package out that day. So yeah, I just grabbed it for myself. Just thought it was cute. I can't pass up pink. And so I grabbed that dude. Okay, last few items, and then I'm going to get to the big boy, the money maker, the most exciting find of the day. But before that, I have a mug here. It's a sock monkey. And I just thought it was really cute. So I grabbed it. My kids like to drink hot chocolate, and I thought they would enjoy drinking out of this. My friend Heroin Bob over at Bob Buys likes to use the hashtag mug life. So this is for you, Bob. I got my mug. I also found this pottery. I have no idea what this is. I try to use a Google image search to see if I could find out what it is. It definitely was fired in a kiln, so I don't know if somebody made this or what, but I thought it was really cool. It might be a fun gift for Christmas. And so I grabbed it. And then also, I think my husband has claimed this, but I thought this looked like Anthropologie. I have not done any research on it. It has an octopus tentacle on it, and then an octopus tentacle on the handle. Then the inside has a ship and a marking. So I'm not really sure what this is, but I thought it was really cool, so I couldn't leave it at the bins. Oh, and there's a little anchor right here too, so I thought that was really cute. But no markings on the bottom, so not really sure where this came from. It looks Anthropologie to me, but could be something totally different. But I think we're gonna keep this. All right, guys, and now we're on to the boo, boo, boo. It's this guy. And if you don't know who this is Winston Churchill. I saw him in one of the hard goods bins, and everyone was going for shoes. They go crazy for shoes at our bins. But also for the toys, and there was nobody over at Hard Goods. So I went over there, I saw his face, I knew what he was. If you don't know what Toby jugs are, look up Toby jugs. Toby jugs are very collectible. My grandmother actually has some very, very old Toby mugs. My grandfather had a collection when I was growing up, and she has them over at the house, up in her kitchen, above her cabinets. But Toby mugs are very collectible. So this guy is even more special than a normal Toby jug. So this guy is made by Royal Dalton, and you can see it says Character Jug of the Year, Winston Churchill. And then it also says this special edition will only be available during the year, and the year is 1992. So it's vintage, but it's also rare because it was only available in 1992. Also, what makes this Winston Churchill jug so popular is because it's ultra rare, because it is the large size jug. As you can see, some of them were the size of a mug and smaller, and this guy is actually the size of a jug. I'm going to pop up comps for you so you can see. If you have already been to our Instagram, The Super Geeked, then you probably have already seen these comps, but I was so excited to see that my Winston Churchill was selling on eBay for around the $300 mark. So I do have him listed on all my platforms for $400. He is the only one for sale on eBay right now. So that tells you how rare he is. There's not any more available. And so I am so excited that I found Mr. Churchill at the bins. So thank you guys for watching this little haul and our thrift with me at the Goodwill Outlet in Mobile, Alabama. Expect another video next week because we do plan to go back and see what else we can find and meet up with another one of our reselling friends who lives in Mobile, Alexis, aka Hanger Hunter on Instagram. If you're not subscribed to Super Geeked, please consider subscribing. We have lots of fun videos. We have a reselling playlist if you're just into reselling, but we are putting out even more different kinds of content, especially going into 2021. And so we would hope that you would consider subscribing, hitting that bell notification to know when we have new videos come out. And don't forget to like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!